What up? I'm about to record my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. I went to Google. I typed in best drummer in the world. I got a list of some names here, kind of what I thought would pop up. John Bonham, Neil Peart, Buddy Rich, Keith Moon. These guys are widely regarded as the best drummers of all time, and I get it. I mean, John Bonham is one of my favorite drummers of all time, dude. I use his drum beat in every single one of my videos. I love that guy with all my heart. They paved the way. They were doing things no one was doing. They changed the way people approach a song on drums. They changed the way we listen to drums. They did so much for it, and they deserve to be called the greatest, and I totally understand that. When are the doors going to open up a bit? 20 years ago, if you typed this in, you would have got the same list. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. In 20 years from now, if I type this in, is it going to be the same list? So I just want to offer up another side of this take. I want to play devil's advocate and just ask these questions and see what you guys think, if you agree with me or not. Because if this is the same list in another 20 years, is it fair? I mean, there's so many guys that need to be talked about by now, dude. This is 50 years ago, brother. What about Tony Royster, Matt Garska, Xavier Ware? Dude, there's so many drummers that are so great, and I would love to see them in the mix, get them recognized. Now, when you type this in, there's a bunch of different lists that pop up, a bunch of different articles, and I'm sure some of these guys are in these lists. Okay, Rolling Stone, 100 greatest drummers. Probably not that one because that's going to be a casual, Rolling Stone, brother. But, there's a bunch of them, and I'm sure there's one, Matt Garska, Travis Barker. Travis Barker, there's a good example. He's great. Don't get me wrong. He's very, very great, but he's very, very famous. If he wasn't as famous, he wouldn't be on there, whereas Matt Garska isn't nearly as famous. But whoever made that list knows what's up, and they recognize that. So, like I said, they get recognized. But on this top thing on Google right here, that's what people are. This is your, no one's diving and they're not digging. They're going to type it on Google, whatever pops up right there, they're going to be like, you're wrong. John Bonham's better. The game has evolved and it's very deep. The drum game is so deep, bro. There are so many of them that are just insanely talented. And they're also doing what these guys did. John Bonham and Neil Peart, these guys played the instrument in a way you never heard. And they added it to the music in a way that was never done. So that's why they're so great. Like I said, I get it. But guys are still doing that. It's not like it's not like they're the only ones. People are doing that and they're always gonna. Eric Moore plays shit that you've never fucking heard in your life. I swear. It's just I don't know. We need a board. We need a board of directors for drumming so we can make this more fair. They're definitely on the Mount Rushmore. Your John Bonhams, your Neil Pearts, Danny Carey, they're on the Mount Rushmore. But when I Google who is the best drummer in the world, right now, not 50 years ago, it sucks sometimes to not see. I want to see Thomas Pridgeon's name up there. You know what I mean? If you put Thomas Pridgeon back in the 70s, he'd be just as great. That's what I think. Probably better. I don't know, dude. It's a hot take. Don't hate me. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree, maybe I'm talking absolute nonsense right now. It's just what I think, man. I can't help but go back to the ability on the kit. When that Tony Royster Jr. video came out 20 years ago, when he was 9 years old, it's got millions of views. Everyone's seen it. Is that not enough? Is that not enough to put him up there? What do these guys have to do? Do they have to get into a top 10 Billboard charting song? Does their band have to be super famous? Because you have to be in a super famous band to get on the list. But what if you're just really good at drums? How do you get recognized? I don't know. It's interesting. I understand it's a popularity contest and whatnot, like I already mentioned. But, man, I just want some of these guys to get recognized. This one says top drummers of 2024. You could see Thomas Pridgeon's on there. So thank God whoever wrote that had it down. But they're calling it of 2024. Brother, Thomas Pridgeon's way better than John Bonham. I'm sorry. Guys, I don't think I'm saying anything crazy there. Yeah, Bonham did do the triplets and he did his little things that set him apart. But Pridgeon has done a million of those too, bro. Come on. I know a lot of it is opinion, right? That's what I was going to say. A lot of it's opinions, right? But there comes a time where your opinion needs to be right, brother. Come on, you can tell who's a better drummer. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not a competition and it's not about sports. It's not like that. but you can still tell who's better, who's faster, who's a cleaner drummer. I mean, you could zoom in onto the grid and see who's tighter on the metronome. You can listen to their records. You can see what type of fills they were doing, who did the better fills there, which hit harder. Let's stop running from that, dude. The minute you bring that up, people get offended. It's not a competition. A lot of people don't want that to be true for whatever reason, just because it's not built on as a competitive. Music was never built to be competitive. Doesn't mean you can't rank people on how good they are at an instrument. You can see who's a better drummer, and there's guys that are just miles and miles above what the world thinks the best drummer is. Now, a lot of this also is just like people hear other people say it, so they just roll with it. Like, I've heard my whole life John Bonham's the best drummer of all time, and I've always like reciprocated that until I, watched other drummers. I'm like, well, damn, Eric Moore smoked John Bonham, brother. But Eric Moore wasn't there when John Bonham was, and he didn't do what John Bonham did. So I get it, but I want their ability on the instrument to be taken serious and to be recognized, as well as the accolades these modern guys are doing. I mean, there's plenty of guys that are reshaping music and time signatures and how we hear chops, and it's happening. Let's get this. Let's go, brother. I'm not about to Google this in 50 years and see Neil Peart's name. God rest his soul. He's on the Mount Rushmore. He's in the Hall of Fame, brother. You don't got to keep saying he's the best ever. I mean, come on. Let me know if I'm spitting nonsense, guys. Please let me know, because the amount of respect I have for all these guys, I'm still going to say John Bonham's the GOAT. If someone drops a comment and I'm like, yeah, the GOAT. It's more so about the guys that are coming up now that just don't get recognized. Dude, Matt Garska's name should be highlighted right there. John Bonham, Neil Peart, Buddy Rich, Matt Garska, Xavier Ware, Styx Taylor. Who else? Mason Guidry. Dude, there's so many. Chris Dave. I mean, there's just so many. It's an overwhelming amount. Like I said, the drum game is so deep. They're rolling deep, brother, and we're sticking here with these guys that were the best 50 years ago. I mean, I guess they do hold the GOAT position forever, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess you got Michael Jordan. He might be the exception to the rule, though, because during his time, he was the greatest, and he still is recognized as the greatest. But I don't know if that's the same. I don't know if I can use that analogy in the drum world, just simply because I literally see people better. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should just make a podcast at this point, huh? What do you guys think? Do you guys like when I just break down stuff like this? Topics, hot take, clickbait, brother? No, I don't want to do none of that. I just want to spit what I think in my mind at any given moment, whether I'm right or wrong, And I think on this one, I don't see how I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not saying these guys aren't the best, but I mean, I kind of am, because can we all agree that there's guys way better than them? I mean, I don't know. I'm out of here, guys. I just had dental surgery. My gum is massive in here right now. I don't even want to show it because it's disgusting. I'm bleeding. I can taste blood. I'm going to go nurse this thing and relax and whatnot. Shout out to the members. I forgot to say that at the start of this video. I appreciate all you guys in the membership, in the Cowboy Gang. You guys support me, and it means the world to me. So you forever have my love and my brothership. My brotherhood. Oh, man, it hurts to smile. Okay, I'm out. You guys have a good day. Peace. Have fun.